The big Black Friday sale is coming soon, but in the lead up to that sale, there's been a bunch of sales already happening, such has been the case with the eShop, Nintendo Switch, and Switch 2 games. Marvelous/Xseed Games already has a big sale going on, with quite a few other games going for their biggest discounts yet, as well as a few other publishers have joined in the fun. I'll be going over all the details of all of that and the highlights from those sales in today's video, as well as I got a few indie picks from the eShop on sale too to look out for. Let's dive into it. Before we dive into that Marvelous/Xseed publisher sale, I have a few more games from the Square Enix early Black Friday sale that I somehow kinda forgot to mention last week. The first game being Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, which has its first sale right now in the eShop. It's 20% off in all regions, which makes it about $31.99 here on the US eShop. It's not the biggest discount, but it is still a discount nevertheless. For those in the UK, of course the game is on sale there on the eShop. But for the biggest discount, you should actually check Amazon UK. The physical edition has been on sale for big discounts on there. Unless, you don't like game keycards, which to that, I completely understand. The second game of note is that Final Fantasy 1-6 Pixel Remaster Collection for the Switch is back on sale for 35% off. This is a bundle of all 6 Pixel Remasters. It's perfect for those who are fans of the series to relive these games again, or for those who are looking to check out the games for their first time ever. Each game is sold separately too, as always with these sales, and if you can only choose one, then I say the best game of the bunch is going to be Final Fantasy VI all day long. That would be my pick. I think that's a fantastic game, but each of these games are good in their own ways. Now let's dive into that Marvelous/Xseed Games sale. First of all, their newest games are getting a nice discount with this early Black Friday sale. Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar for Switch is on sale for 20% off. This sale also extends to the Switch 2 version. Now this game is a wonderful remake of the DS game, and from what I've seen, it goes far beyond just being a simple remake. There's a lot of new stuff here, new features, and new content. They seem to have gone the extra mile into making this one of the best Story of Seasons games yet. The game has done very well in reviews, and it's also become one of the highest rated games for the series in years. So fans of cozy farm games, I think this game is one that should definitely be on your radar, based on all the praise that it's received. The other newest game they have on sale is Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. It's currently on sale for 35% off on the eShop for the first time ever. That's a pretty good sized discount. And this sale extends to the Switch 2 version, so both the Switch and Switch 2 version are on sale for 35% off. And this game, just like the Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar, is getting a lot of positive press as well. It's done very well in reviews. This game has earned a lot of praise for the gameplay, as well as having a great cast of characters, and a solid story to go along with it. Some feel that this game is the best in the series yet. Ys Memoire, The Oath in Felghana, is a remake of the third game in the series, Ys 3 Wanderers of Ys, and instead of being a side-scrolling action RPG, this one is a bit different, with most of the viewpoint being from a top-down perspective, and the gameplay becoming more of a hack-and-slash and fast-paced game too, almost kinda like Ys Origin, which is a game I've talked about many times before on the channel. Now this version on Switch is actually a remaster, and this newer version of the game includes new difficulty options, additional quality of life features, as well as refined illustrations for all the characters. Also, this game includes 3 different interpretations of the soundtrack that you can choose from, including the PC 8801 and X68000 soundtracks, which is perfect for those who love the classic music. It currently has its biggest discount yet on the eShop at 35% off, which means it's discounted to $19.49 on the US eShop. the No More Heroes games are known for their over-the-top gameplay, as well as at times vulgar humor, and often have you playing as the series lead, Travis Touchdown, who is a guy that is a self-proclaimed otaku. In order to earn money to feed his video game, wrestling, and anime addiction, he often takes on jobs to take down assassins. And as Travis, this is what most of your adventures will consist of in each of these games. These games are filled with lots of humor and lots of adult jokes, as well as some pretty crazy action and violent gameplay. Simply put, these games are a real treat. The first two games have been remastered on Switch with visual enhancements, with modern controller support too, and they are the best way to enjoy these games now. Both No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2 are on sale for 50% off until November 21st. In Freedom Planet 2, just like the first game, its mechanics are very much influenced by the 2D Sonic the Hedgehog games. The gameplay in these games are fast and fun, with a big emphasis on mastering the momentum mechanics. With the second game, there are some new gameplay features, where now you have the ability to guard and parry attacks. Also, what's nice about this game is you can actually customize the game to suit your style and preferred challenge. Just like the first one, this game was a pretty well-received game too. It's currently on sale for its biggest discount yet of 60% off, which makes it just $9.99 on the US eShop. If you want the first game from the eShop, that game is on sale too for just $4.49 on the US eShop. If you're a fan of the classic Sonic games, then these two games are ones you should really check out. Now, I've already talked about the new Story of Seasons and Rune Factory games on sale, but beyond those ones, you best believe the rest of the games in the series on the eShop are on sale too, and many of these are really cheap. For brevity's sakes, I'm just going to keep it short here, but here's the games on sale and their discounts. Rune Factory 4 Special, which is a fan favorite of many, is on sale for 70% off. It's $8.99 on the US eShop. Rune Factory 3 Special, with the latest sale, gets its biggest discount yet at 65% off. It's $13.99 on the US eShop. Rune Factory 5 is on sale for $13.99 as well. On the regular Switch, Rune Factory 5 is a bit rough, so be aware of that, but it does run better on Switch too. For those who are wondering, it's a lot more consistent with its frame rate, and the loading times are far better on that system. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town, which is a remake of the classic Game Boy Advance game, is on sale for 75% off. It's $9.99 on the US eShop. This game is a fan favorite for lots of reasons. It's a wonderful game, and it's super cheap to get at $10. Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town is on sale for 65% off. It's $13.99 on the US eShop. And finally, Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which is a remake of the classic GameCube game, is on sale for 50% off on the US eShop. Now for those in Europe, UK, and Australia, you guys get even bigger discounts for many of these games. So, lucky you. The sale ends for each of these games on November 21st. One of the Switch's very best roguelikes, as well as one of its better Metroidvania-style games for the system, is Dead Cells. This game is loved by players for its gameplay as well as its challenge. Players must fight their way through enemies and monsters alike by using weapons they find along the way, as well as using various abilities that they gain, while trying to get farther in the game after each death. Yes, you will die quite often in this one. In fact, it's very much expected, but along the way, you'll earn permanent upgrades that will aid you in your quest, which will hopefully allow you to get further in the game. The combat in this one is terrific. It is top-notch, as is its gameplay loop. It's addictive to play, and it's a great game overall. In addition to the core base game, the expansions over the years have added a lot of fantastic content to the experience by adding whole new areas to explore, new weapons to use, new enemies, and lots more. If you want to pick up Dead Cells, I recommend just picking up the Dead Cells Medley of Pain bundle. This contains the game, plus all the expansions, including that fantastic Return to Castlevania expansion. so you get the full experience without any limits. With this bundle, you will also save a lot of money as opposed to getting the game and the DLCs separate over time. What's cool right now is the Medley of Pain bundle is also discounted with the early Black Friday sale, as it's 40% off until November 29th, so you can save even more. For those looking to pick up Hogwarts Legacy for the original Switch, the Deluxe Edition with the Dark Arts DLC pack is on sale for its biggest discount yet. It's 85% off, which makes it $10.49 on the US eShop. Those with a Switch 2 can upgrade the game to the Switch 2 version for $10 more versus buying the Switch 2 version outright, and because of that, you can save a lot of money in the process. So just a little heads up there. And there you go! That's the latest highlights from the newest eShop sales. Now for the second half of this video, what I've done is I've gathered up the rest of the remaining active early Black Friday deals that I talked about in the previous eShop deals video. This is for those who maybe missed last week's video or just need a reminder before these sales end. But before we get to that though, just want to put out a reminder that we should be expecting the big Black Friday eShop sale sometime later this week. And of course, we'll have you covered with the big highlights from that sale. So make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on that or any future videos from this channel. Anyway, with that all out of the way, let's continue on with the second half of this video. The Plucky Squire is an action-adventure game where you play as Jot, a character who has been kicked out of his own storybook. He then sets upon a quest to save his friends, as well as to restore his book's ending. As him, you'll be jumping through various 2D and 3D worlds, as well as through various other books, solving puzzles, and completing various challenges along the way. I gotta admit, the game's pretty cool looking with its visuals, whether it be in 2D or 3D, as you go through the different environments. Now this is one of those games that actually gets a bump when it's played on Switch 2, reaching 60 FPS a lot more often than it ever did on Switch 1, with an improved resolution boost as well. It looks far better now. If you've been apprehensive about picking this up on the Switch 1 system, but you have a Switch 2 now, then it's worth checking out now, especially since it's on sale for its biggest discount yet of 67% off. It's just $9.99 until November 20th. Sifu is not just some simple beat 'em up. The combat in this game is insanely deep. You have access to over 150 different attacks, a lot of which can be chained together. You can also use the environment to aid you, and there's multiple ways to defend and evade attacks. Simply put, the combat in this game is really freaking good. Another thing that stands out in this game is what happens when you lose a life. When you lose a life, you get resurrected, but the character you play as will age by several years. When this happens, your attacks will become more powerful, but you will also have less health to work with. Eventually, you won't be able to resurrect any further, and it's game over. And along the way, you'll get a chance to unlock permanent upgrades and skills to use in future playthroughs, as well as unlock ways to open up secret areas and shortcuts to use as well. If you like beat-em-ups or combat-heavy games, then this game has to be on your radar. It's on sale for its biggest discount yet, of 75% off, which makes it $9.99 on the US eShop. Honestly, that's a damn good deal for this game. COCOON is a gem of a puzzle adventure game and the lead gameplay designer of games Inside and Limbo. In this game, you control an insect-like creature and guide them through different worlds found in these orbs that you collect. Each orb contains one of the game's worlds, and you can hop in and out of them. You can also use these orbs as abilities. This game is beautiful, it's well designed, and it's filled to the brim with many cleverly designed puzzles that are sure to please those who crave a game that will challenge your brain. It's currently on sale for $13.74 on the eShop, which at 45% off, that makes it the lowest price it's been on there yet. Pepper Grinder is a Metroidvania that's pretty unique. In this game, you need to use a drilling device in order to navigate the in-game world. You'll need to drill through various environments, as well as enemies, and solve puzzles along the way. It's almost like if someone took the elements of the GBA game, Drill Dozer, and expanded on that and put it in a Metroidvania. Like I said, this game is pretty unique. If you're tired of the same old Metroidvania stuff and you want something new in the genre, then this one might be worth checking out. It's on sale for $5.99 on the US eShop, the cheapest the game has ever been. Jack Move is a turn-based RPG that is inspired by many JRPGs of the past, like the Final Fantasy series and the Golden Sun series of games. It's a short but sweet adventure, roughly 9 to 12 hours long, that follows the story of a vigilante hacker named Noah who is trying to find out what happened to her father who has gone missing. In battle, you can customize Noah's cyber deck with software that allows you to change roles. It allows you to switch between offense, defense, healing, and buffs. Learning when to use proper software in battle with her cyber deck is going to be the key to success here, so expect a bit of strategy in the gameplay with managing all that. This game seems pretty fun, but what stands out to me with this one is the graphics. The pixel art style is very well animated, from the characters to the enemies and backgrounds. It's one pretty looking game. Hey, I'm a sucker for good visuals. Anyway, this game is super cheap to pick up right now. It's just $3.99 on the US eShop. Cat Quest 2 is a fun, family-friendly action RPG where you play as a cat and you go on a quest. I mean, it is in the title. As silly as it might sound, it's actually a pretty solid game that improves upon the first game's formula, with more to do and explore, as well as expands on the abilities and spells available to the player. And this one includes local co-op multiplayer, making this one a nice couch co-op game. This is super cheap to pick up at 75% off. It's just $3.74 on the US eShop. SteamWorld Heist is a 2D, turn-based strategy game where you compete in shootouts against the enemy. You need to carefully aim your shot with over 100 different weapons at your disposal. You can perform trick shots and ricochet shots off the walls and such. It's pretty fun. As you play, you can upgrade and customize your robot crew, the various equipments and such. The Ultimate Edition comes with a nice-sized campaign to blast through, but it also has the Outsider DLC campaign that includes a bunch of new stuffs like new weapons and upgrades to play with. It's on sale for $2.99 currently. It's really cheap to pick up from the sale. I highly recommend this one if you're into tactics games. In Donut County, you play as a whole driving raccoon named BK. Yes, a raccoon who operates a giant hole in this physics-based puzzle game. You'll need to use your hole, as funny as it sounds, to swallow up things, spit things out, and use the hole to combine things, and much more. Yeah, this game is bonkers, but it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it for someone who wants a good game to take the mind off of things, and maybe laugh out loud a bit. Everyone needs a good, silly game. It's on sale for less than $4 on the eShop too. It's a really cheap pickup from the sale. Those in the mood for a cheap shoot-'em-up might want to pick up Crisis Wing, a game that plays in the same vein like many of the classic tower plan shooters like Truxton from years ago. It's very similar, right down to the bomb attacks that a player can use in this game. And the game is pretty good for what it is. It's a fun shooter, and for less than $3 via the sale, I think it's worth throwing a couple bucks at if you're looking for another shoot-'em-up for your Switch library. Square Enix has their Black Friday eShop sale going on right now apparently, with a whole catalog of games on sale. For brevity's sakes, I'm just going to quickly go over these and point out some highlights. I mean, for the most part, these games pretty much speak for themselves. There's the Octopath Traveler games, both 1 and 2, they're on sale for 60% off each. I can vouch for the second one, it is a really good JRPG for the Switch. Dragon Quest XI S, Echoes of the Elusive Age, is one of my personal favorite JRPGs of all time, and it just might be my favorite JRPG for the original Switch. This game is just a fantastic game from start to finish. It's 50% off via the eShop sale, which means it's just $20 on the US eShop. A heck of a deal for that game. Triangle Strategy is on sale for 60% off too. It's $23.99 on the US eShop. If you want a good strategy game for the Switch, this one is a safe bet. FANTASIAN Neo Dimension is on sale for a new lower price. It's $24.99 on the US eShop, 50% off the MSRP price. One thing to note is when this game is played on Switch 2, the loading times for this one are very much improved. I was able to test that in a video a while back. Actraiser Renaissance is a remake of the Super Nintendo game. Well, Square Enix says it's a remaster, but I don't think it's the accurate term here. I mean, it looks very much different from before. Anyway, regardless, it is on sale for its biggest discount yet. Via the latest eShop sale, it's 60% off, which means it's just $11.99 now. That's much better than the usual $30 MSRP price. Neo, The World Ends With You is a great RPG that most people have slept on, and it's on sale for 60% off. Switch 2 owners, this game looks great on the system. It's 60 FPS, and it has faster loading. It gets a nice boost on that system there, for sure. That is it for me today. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you soon on the next video.